Okay, I think we're getting live in short. Yes. So we are live now. Hi everyone. Good evening and welcome back to my day 47 of the 90-day challenge. And happy to say that we have reached, we have crossed 50%. We have crossed day 45, which is 50% of the total challenge days, which we talked about out of 90 days. So we have a nearly like more than 50% completion rate now, and I'm sure I'll be taking it to the 100% completion rate. So, well, today we're going to talk about heat maps. What are product heat maps, and what are the uses and benefits of having using the heat maps as a product manager, right? So, to start with, 1 minute, let me quickly share my screen so that yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Hope you're seeing my screen. Getting loaded up. Great. So as you see on the screen, so heat maps are nothing but data visualization tools that represents the intensity and frequency of data or user behavior or pattern actions on digital resources. It could be like, so to simplify that, if say this the heat maps is a tool which will be helping you to identify the user behavior or user patterns or user actions on any digital resources, which is a web page or an application, or a landing page, anything like that. So you'll be able to track that with this tool. So that is about heat maps. Okay, so this heat maps, it will be represented in various color. They'll be using various colors from red, orange, blue, and green. So to represent the highly popular area and the least popular area. The area or the zone where the users are targeting or occupied more in the page or a landing page, so that will be colored or color coded or in orange and red, and the least popular, which users just skim through that in the application or the landing pages, so that will be in blue or green. So that is what the usual color variations that the heat maps usually follow, right? So this is called like the most popular ones, which we talked about. The most popular zones are hot elements, and the least popular zones are called the cold elements as such, right? So with that elements and cold elements, the color variations will happen always. So this is about the heat maps, and now let us see about what are the uses of heat maps, right? So as you see on the screen, yeah. So it helps in user interaction and usable tracking. So this will help us. There are various types of heat maps, like uh, how, I mean, when you talk about user interaction and usability, how users are using or interacting with the landing page or the application or the web application or the product which you are deployed, which they are using. So how users are interacting with it, and how the users use it in their day-to-day activities or something like that. So what is that? You'll be able to track that, and you'll be able to track it based on these various types of heat maps. First is click heat maps, so which talks about the number of clicks that's happening on the web page or a product page or a product application assets. So how many clicks that's happening in across this page, that will be tracked. That will be shown in the click heat maps. So same, like as we mentioned, the warmer colors which we talked about earlier is red and orange. That will be for the most clicked areas. That is the hot element zone. The least the least popular zones, which are cold element zones, that will be color coded in blue, greens as such, right? So that is about click heat maps. And next is about scroll heat map. Scroll is for the user is scrolling the page, or the users reading the entire details in that particular section, entire text in that particular web page, or they're just skimming through the pages just like that, scrolling it throughout from the top to bottom and missing out the important information. So those things are called scroll heat maps. So we'll have some sample assets I'll show in the end of this video. So that is about scroll heat maps. And next is about mouse movement heat maps. So how far your mouse is moving inside. If you see on my screen, so what is so I'm going to go in this section, so the mouse is not going anywhere here, limited version or limit movements there. So in that case, in these zones whichever I'm active more, so that will be color coded in red and orange, and the least one zones or will be in blue and greens. So that is how it will be. So that is a mouse movement. So they'll be able to track the mouse movements that is done by the user on the application or the web page or landing page as well. So that is about mouse movement heat maps. So next is about the advanced version, which is about eye movement tracking, right? So eye tracking heat maps. So it will be able to track your eye movements that when you are visiting a page or when you're using a product, something like that. So how where all your eye movements goes. So those are somewhat an advanced version of trackage, which is like it will also help you help us to identify where the users are concentrating, where their focus is totally on, whether it's on the content or it's on the action, but click CTA buttons, anything like that. So all those things will be able to track. So that is a bit advanced version of this. So these are things which which we will be able to track, and these are users of having a heat maps, right? So next is about okay, first is about we talk user interaction and usability. Next is about customer behavior insights. So this talks about what is the most popular area, most popular features or areas in a page or application, or the least popular area in a web page or application. So we'll be able to identify which features or that users are using more. So what is the behavior of the customer? So we're trying to identify that with this usage pattern. So we'll be able to identify. So once we have a certain like this heat maps, right? So we'll be able to identify a pattern. We'll be okay, we'll be able to come to a conclusion that these are going to be helpful for, if the users are going to be concentrating on this section and they are ignoring this section. So you need to, so that's the behavior of the user. So you are gaining attention, you're gaining the user's behavior and the insights of got from the heat map that you're getting. So you'll be able to identify user preferences, user behaviors, based on which you'll be able to prioritize the features and design any improvement that is needed on the web page or the application as such. So based on that, you can add or remove any features which you want. At least remove features. If some set of feature is not used by the users at all, then there's no point having it. Then based on this feedback, these are all some data points to talk through. So you can remove those features stating that the users are not using this at all. Then either you remove it or rework on that so that it is also one of the top used area. So that's something like you can decide your actions based on the feedbacks you get in from this. So next is about conversion rate optimization. So you can analyze the performance of the landing pages and the forms and call to action buttons. So if you have a landing page, so what are the content there? You'll be able to analyze the performance of that, and also CTA button is there. CTA is call to action. So how far the users are clicking on that button, and are they going to the next level, next page or not, or are they going forward to the next action or not? So all those things can be identified. So if there are any obstacles or any issues that you feel that, then we'll be able to identify that using this heat maps, and then optimize it so that the conversion happens. So the areas which is causing trouble in conversions, you're optimizing it so that your conversion rate increases. So that is what this conversion rate optimization. This is also one thing which you can attain using the heat maps. And last thing about is content engagement level. So we'll be able to identify whether our content which we have deployed on the landing page or web page or even the application, is it engaging the users or not, or be good content writers. You'll be able to know that, or is our content worthy for a read by the users. So all those things you'll be able to identify. So how often or how long the users are engaging with your content, you'll be able to identify, and which are the content the users are reading more and which are the one least looked at. So all those things you will be able to figure out, and you'll be able to identify, and you can modify the content or optimize the content or revise the content based on the inputs which you get, and so that the content is all read through by the user in full, and they're not just skimming through the document or the web page, but they're just reading. We are ensuring that all the content is read properly. So you're going to improvise the engagement level of the users based on your content, improved content. So these are the various uses which we talked about. First is the user interaction and usability tracking. Next is customer behavior insights. Third is conversion rate optimization, and fourth is content engagement level. Right. So hope you found this interesting. So next we talk about the benefits, various benefits that we have. So we'll be able to gain a visual clarity when we have this heat maps in place. So you know which zone is working fine, which is not working fine. You'll be able to identify the patterns that is working and that is not working, and you can spot any issues that is there. You can identify it very easily, and you can work on it and fix that issues if there is something that is supposed to be happening. So you can handle that as such. Next is about enhanced decision making. So based on this heat maps, you'll be able to fasten your decisions. As I mentioned before, you'll be able to talk to the stakeholders and the teams. Okay, this is the feedback which we got, and based on this, we are going to revise the existing application or the content in the web page. So this set of areas or where our user is not coming in at all. Say for example, your user is going through it's an e-commerce platform, and the user has purchased the product, and when user is going to purchase the product, and they go to the payment page. So they are supposed to go from address selection, and next is about giving their card details, and then OTP page, and then final submit. So all those things are supposed to happen. Are they going through each and every step in the correct exact way, or they are just missing out somewhere and they are moving out of the purchase flow directly? Purchase for totally. So we'll be able to identify all those with this help of heat maps. So if there is something to fix from your side, yes, you can obviously work on that and correct it so that the user flow and user experience is good, so that people start people will go from the start to the end in one shot without any dropping off, right? So that is something which you'll be able to. So based on that, you'll be able to take up enough decisions quickly, and you can take immediate actions. The team can respond accordingly based on the feedback which you get in. That is about decision making, and it will also help us in improvising the contents. So focused improvements. So we know what are the zones users are focusing more, and what are the zones users are not focusing more. So we can take up only those section which their users focusing, and add value in that section, or else whatever least popular zones is revisit the content and optimize it such that entire page or entire application is having enough focus, and it's totally an improved version, and every entire application is being looked at by the user in a full scale, not just they are just looking at the top and then going off without fully taking it through. So that is how the focus improvements can happen. Next is about user-centric design. So once we have this heat maps, we will be having the user feedback. So it's just a user feedback, how the users are behaving based on for your content on the web page or landing page or the application. So you can customize your designs of the product or the application or the web page based on the feedback which you get in. So if the users are interested in pictures, yes, then you can go ahead and add more pictures kind of. If they're interested in text, then you can take off unwanted information and then put only those that are being used by the users as such mostly. So that is where the user-centric designs comes in. So these are the benefits of having heat maps in place. First is visual clarity. Next is decision making, enhanced decision making, and third is focused improvements, and fourth is user-centric design. Right, and next, okay. After that, I just have got few of the informations from a few screenshots to show you. 1 minute. Yeah, as you see on the screen, so these are the few heat maps examples which I got it from Google search. So this is a Wikipedia page. Users are reading here. Once they start the page, they are reading it on the top main sections, and few images, pictures. Yes, they move the mouse here and there. So you're having the orange and the dark orange or nearly red. So in these zones, and the rest of things are green and blue. So that is how it is. So this is for one of the Wikipedia, one of the web page, and one we have is about the sales. Our company has tracking the sales, how far, which are the zones they had lots of sales in the last year. So that's what you see on the screen. So the blue zones, they have limited sales, and the orange and red ones, they have a high number of sales. The concentration is high here. So blue denotes low, and yellow, green, those denotes medium here, and orange, red, or the higher end. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So somewhere three zones are really red, and which is high sales in these areas. So this is about you can use this for these various use cases like this. And next is about having the tracking the uh, movements of goods in warehouses. So what you see on the screen is, okay, the zones which are highlighted in, I mean, which are in red and orange is all used mostly, and some things are not even there. It's not handled. It's not being used at all. So that is something which you will be able to infer this. Okay, so what is that to do? What is that we can do to improvise the promotion, improvise the sales of these goods, something like that we can think of. And another sample for a web page. So users start reading it from the top, and as it goes on, they just wind up. They're not reading it in full. So images is there, they are looking at it, and then the content. So everything is not fully read through. That's the problem. So then we based on this, we'll be able to customize the content that is there, so that we keep the users engaged with our content. So this is something which about which is about the content enhancement thing, which will come in. So this is about the heat maps samples, and few heat maps. There are lots of tools on the in the market, so which you can use it. So what you see on the screen is Hotjar, Lucky, Orange, Mouseflow. All these are various heat map tools from the web which you see on the screen. So you can, there are of course free versions of these tools available from each of these providers. Even Google Analytics is there. I mean, and then Zoho is there, Microsoft Clarity is there, Attention Heatmap. Hotjar is something which we mostly, yeah, Hotjar is there. So all these tools are there. You can try it out. You can use the trial version and see how whichever works good for you, and then whichever you're preferring, you can obviously take it and use it for your personal use or even for the official use assets. So you have, of course, all these providers mostly will have the trial versions or a free usage, and then the paid version. So free users, yes, you can obviously opt for it, unless if it's going to be I mean, if you're going to use it too much and it's going to help you in your career or in your company, then yes, the paid version is obviously you can you can hop into that. So you try that out, and let me know if you have any doubts and feedbacks. Add in your doubts and feedbacks in the comment section. So I will be happy to answer that. And let me stop sharing my screen quickly. 1 minute. So that's it for today. We have come to the end of this session. So as I mentioned, so hope you found this session interesting, and hope you got immense value out of it. So let me know your inputs and feedback in the comment section, and also feel free to join my VIP Facebook group to get more updates on product management, and use a Calendly link to schedule an one-to-one appointment with me, so that we can have a discussion on product management career consultation or product management implementation as well. And next is about download my free ebook, which talks about 6 ways to start your career in product management. All the links for these three activities are available in the comment section below. You can use that link and do the necessary things which are you're willing to do, right? And that's it for today. See you again in the next video. Until then, this is Barathkumar signing off. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye. I'm just ending the stream. Bye bye.